And that was the end of our Beatles season for this particular week. That was Please Please Me, released on March the 13th, 1963 by the Fab Four from Liverpool. And what a song that was. Please Please Me, indeed, Beatles. And you're listening to Lewis Samuels on the BBC Radio 4 Primetime Hour. The time is coming up shortly to 10 o'clock. It's about 22 at the moment, 20 to 10. And we're moving on shortly from our Beatles season to talk to two men who have been paroled recently for murder. And we're asking them what it's like to be murderised in the eyes of the public in the 21st century. So I'm going to hand the discussion firstly over to Ben Fisher, who was released several days ago on parole for murdering several people in a shopping centre in High Wycombe. So, Ben, what was it like in your eyes to be cast as a murderer in the glare of the public eye?
Well, it just pissed me off. I mean,
Pissed you off, did it?
It grates, you know, it really grates me. I had a point to get across, but nobody fucking understood me. They're just
no one.
Cunts. Fucking all of them. Every single fucking one.
Is that why you killed them?
I think that's what it was, Lewis. I think that's what it was.
Right. And
do you know what? I'd fucking do it again.
You do it all over again. And
all over again. Not even a second fault.
Did you let your parole board know that this was your intended?
Oh, fucking right. I said, you don't let me out, I'll fucking kill you too. That's what I said.
And that's why they paroled you?
That's why they paroled me.
I see.
They didn't want to get on the wrong side of the 800, see?
The 800. Can you explain to me and the viewers, more importantly, what this 800 is?
Well, you see, that nickname, the 800, right, it originated from a night out with the boys in local Gloucestershire, right?
Gloucester, yes, go
this
on.
fucking shithole of a club they call what is it, Liquid or some shit like that. It's got this.
I thought it was solid.
It's got this. It's got this fucking punching machine, you know, fucking punch ball that you got in out of affairs and points, right? I got over 800, so hence the nickname, the 800. So anytime anybody pisses me off, bosh, they get a fucking 800.
Very good. And that was, thank you for talking to us for the brief moment.
No problem, you're welcome.
Ben Fisher.
I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. And we're going to be talking to a person who committed matricide shortly, and we're just going to hand you over to our next song released in 1979, which was Denis by Blondie. Hope you enjoy, kids. And that was Denis by Blondie. Welcome back to the best of BBC Radio 4 with me, Lewis Samuels. And unfortunately, the next guest we were going to speak to, who committed a rather violent case of matricide, has in fact killed several of our BBC Radio 4 executives and has to be apprehended. He was hit by a tranquilizer gun dart whilst his parole officers were trying to track him down. In fact, he wasn't paroled. He just broke out of prison after 20 years of apparently committing a crime that he did not originally commit, which is rather funny, as I think you'll all admit at home.
I didn't do it.
And then, and we're going to hand you over now to our next guest, Liam Lodge, who's also a paroled murderer of several weeks, actually, beyond our fellow Ben Fisher, our previous guest on the show.
Hello.
And we're going to talk to Liam Lodge now. Hello, Liam.
Hello, Lewis. You right?
I'm not too bad, thank you very much.
Good, mate, good.
Such polite manners for a convicted murderer, shall I say? Very good indeed. So, who did you kill to be arrested for a 300-year jail sentence?
Well, to put it frank, my mother.
Oh, you were committed of matricide as well, were you?
I was indeed, yes.
Right, okay. And just your mother, was it, or anywhere else?
Well, I took out the younger brother, but he doesn't really count as a family member, so...
He doesn't count as a family member? Oh.
Well...
Is that why you killed him? What drove you to kill him?
No, he got the wrong idea. He thought matricide was killing his bed, wasn't it? I mean,
killing it, matricide.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what he thought it was.
Very good.
So I'll tell you what, I was in my bedroom. Of course, my brother, he's black.
He's black, is he? Or is
Yeah,
he African or Pakistan?
I
Pakistan?
think he's Caribbean because he works in them cotton fields in the holidays, and he can.
In his holiday season, I see.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. Which one? The one down in Kent?
No, he goes off to the Caribbean. He gets shipped in one of those little boats. He gets taken over.
I know the one. I had a friend very similar. I lived down on the Portobello Road.
They're not allowed to call it
70s.
slave trade anymore, but my mother
no,
she used to refer to it as a slave trade. I just think he was on holiday.
I lived on the Portobello Road in 1974, and there was a man called Ngoko Alquembe. He was shipped over here in a crate of mangoes.
That's nice.
He also worked in a similar circumstances in his holiday period, so I can empathise with your situation. You killed him, did you?
Yes, because my father's he's white, and my mother's white as well. So I was just wondering where he came from.
Was it orders from your father?
Yes, it was.
So your father was never convicted in trial?
No, he's off now. He's living in Norway somewhere.
Norway.
Yes,
I see.
yes.
Excellent. Is he enjoying it over there in Norway?
I think he is. He enjoys the snow and the winter and the sun in the summer. So he's enjoying it. He's enjoying it.
Well, we'll return to the big Radio 4 debate.
It was nice speaking to you, Les.
Nice speaking to you. Thank you very much. But we'll join you shortly as we turn you over to the big Radio 4 debate. After this 1998 hit from Cher, Believe. Enjoy, everyone. It's one of my personal favourites, and I hope you particularly enjoy it too. Do you believe And that was Cher, Believe. Do you believe in Radio 4? I hope so, listeners, because you wouldn't be listening otherwise. And that was, you were listening now to BBC Radio 4 once again with your host, Lewis Samuels, after a rather taxing debate with two murderers. And now we're going to be taking calls from the some of our listeners in tonight about the matter indeed, and we're going to be speaking to a Mr. Brian Furlong. And hello, is that you, Mr. Brian Furlong?
It is indeed, Lewis.
And how have you been today?
I've been fucking brilliant. I've been stoned on my face on fucking drugs until the fucking sun comes through. I'll fucking tell you that.
That's very good, Brian. What particular drugs have you been taking tonight?
Well, I had a sort of mix of heroin, cocaine.
Cocaine?
Cocaine, yes.
Oh, that's very interesting. Where do you buy your cocaine?
I buy it from a black man. Sometimes.
Only sometimes?
Only sometimes.
Where do you get it the other times?
I get it from this cheeky bastard that lives in my attic.
Oh, you flat sharing with someone, are you then, Brian?
No.
What's he doing in your attic then?
I kidnapped him.
You kidnapped him?
Yes.
So why are you ringing the show and why is he in your attic?
Well, this is the ransom appeal. I want £250,000 or the chinky gets it.
Well, I'm afraid this is BBC Radio 4, not the police station.
Right, he's gonna get it.
I certainly hope not.
He's gonna get it now. Come here, you chinky. Oh, please, I don't need it.
And that was Brian. We just had to... He's hung up, unfortunately. So, if you're still listening, Brian, thank you very much for calling in. We've got another call on the line now from Mr. Carl Douglas. Hello, Carl.
Good afternoon, Lewis.
Good afternoon, Carl.
How are you this evening?
I'm very well, thank you. What did you think of the murderer discussion, and why are you ringing up
Well,
today?
I just wanted to ask a quick question to Mr. Fisher.
Yeah, Mr. Fisher. A question to you from our listener, Mr. Carl Douglas.
I noticed in the newspaper report that most of the victims of your murder were murderers.
Murders, yes.
Yeah, most of the victims were actually gay.
They were of a homosexual variety.
Yes, I was just wondering if you targeted the gay population of the country.
So, Fisher, did you target the homosexual audience?
It's not that I targeted them as such, but it was the gay parade day. So I thought, fuck it, have a few of them while they're there, you know.
So, how many did you target in total?
Well, I assumed there was around 64 that I was going to do, but I sort of ran out of ammunition after about 7, so I didn't want to club them to death, did I? I didn't want to be dictated to by my lack of ammunition. So
No, of course not, indeed.
I thought, fuck it, I'll just flee the scene, you know.
And with killing how many in total?
I don't want to be put upon by
Absolutely
lack of
not.
ammunition. So
No.
I did about 7 or 8, I think, and then
That's
hot foot out there, stopped at the old bat and ball for a pint.
Did you get charged for any of those murders, or are they still off the record?
Well, I'll just say this, right? I ain't in no fucking prison, so what do you think, you dull cunt?
Well, it's
No, cause
is there any more questions?
Yeah, no, I
any
was
more
just saying,
questions
because me and my partner, we're both gay, obviously, and I was just wondering, like, if you're actually targeting them, maybe I should go into hiding. That was my point.
No, I'm not exactly targeting them, but I would like if you left your address and contact details with the phone line people, because I think this time I won't run out of ammunition to get my address.
So if you could just send your details on a postcard.
Lewis or the actual radio station.
Well, if you send them to us on a postcard, stem mine, of course, to BBC Radio 4. This is the address you can write to, listeners. If you've got a question that you
just get a pen. Hang on,
get a pen. That's certainly. And if there's any more listeners out there who'd like to write into the station, who are curious about this particular. Yeah. Pardon me, that was just my manager coming in there. He's just trying to dictate the station, trying to close this down. But if you'd like to write into the station, here's the address to write to. Are you ready, Carl?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes.
Any listeners ready? It's BBC Radio 4 Murder Hour, third locker behind the washrooms, Victoria Station, ELB 2XA. That's it, ELB 2XA. And now, talking about homosexuals, we're going to hand you over to the homosexual band Bronski Beat with Hit That Perfect Beat Boy.